All right, welcome to this little run through. We are going to talk about Claude today. You're probably familiar with it at this point in time. It's an Anthropic product, similar to ChatGPT in certain ways, but very different from ChatGPT in other ways as well. My name is Jeff Hendrickson. If you don't know me, I am a 30-year tech veteran, mostly in user experience, design, research, strategy. But I am also a published author. I am an artist. I am a course builder with one of the highest rated courses on UX and design thinking in Udemy. So that's a little bit about my background. I have traveled all around the world doing work like this for the past 30 years and really enjoy teaching and leading sessions like this. So enough about me. Let's get right into it. As you can see on the screen there, you can see that I have Claude open, and you can also see that I have a document open, which we're going to work from. And the title of that is Using Anthropic Claude for Content Business Brainstorming, a Prompt Guide. As you'll notice here, all the prompts are in blue. If you would like this document, reach out to me, let me know, and I will get you a copy of this so that you can follow along with it and do this. All right. So essentially, let's take a look at Claude here first. So you can see that I have the professional plan. Here is where we will be putting all of our prompts in, as opposed to ChatGPT, which is always at the bottom. This is front and center. You can see that you can choose which model to work with. It automatically defaults to 3.5 Sonnet. And you can also see which you would like for how it styles, right? You've got concise, you've got normal, and I'm going to go with explanatory, okay? You can also see that you can just pop in some questions here just by clicking on these. You can look at different ways to start something off or give it that initial prompt. This is what I would like to start doing. You can also use a project. Now, let's take a look at this too. Try the upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I wanted to show you this just so that you can see a little bit more about what Anthropic is doing. I clicked on it earlier, so it's going to bring you to a page like this if you decide to do that, all right? And without further ado, let's get into this. You can also see, back up just a tiny little bit. You can also see that you've got recent chats here. You can view all from here as well, but you can see some of the things that I'm working on here right now. So we're going to start right here, and essentially what this is, we're going to copy this that's in blue, and we'll read what this one says so that you can follow along to start with. I'd like your help creating my expertise inventory. Please interview me about my professional background and personal interests. Ask me questions one at a time, and after each response, dig deeper with follow-up questions to uncover unique insights. Start by asking me 4 questions, one at a time, about my professional experience. Now, why it's important to let this know, and ChatGPT is the same way, one at a time, is because otherwise, if you say, ask me 4 questions, what it will do is it will ask you all 4 questions at once. You don't want that. You want to be able to concentrate and focus and answer one question at a time. So let's see what we get here when we click Run. All right, let me start by asking about your professional journey. I'll ask these questions one at a time so that we can explore each response thoroughly. Let's begin with understanding the foundation of your career. What was your first significant professional role and what key responsibilities? Now I'm down here at the bottom. Back with for here. Just for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to keep these as simple as possible, simply so you can see how we use this and how Claude works through them. I see. Government sector knowledge management is a fascinating field. Could you tell me? Okay, now here's the second question, right? It's agreed with you. It said, okay, I understand what you started out with. Now tell me more about the specific challenges you faced in implementing KM systems within government agencies. For example, were there any unique constraints or requirements? We found it important early on now let's write it this way, to interview users of the system so that we could create and deliver the best solution in the shortest amount of time. Okay, let's run that. So if you're unfamiliar with these systems yet, you can either click the little arrow that says, yes, I'm ready, run it, or you can just hit enter, and that will make it run too. I'm on a Mac. If you're on a PC, things are going to be essentially the same, but there might be a few different nuances in there. All right? It's a really insightful approach to system development. Okay? This kind of first-hand user research can be transformative. Love to understand the specific techniques. All right, now I'm going to tweak this just a tiny little bit at this point in time, since it asked me for something that was based on my very early experiences. It's not catching up with my experiences right now in user experience research and in design thinking. So I'm going to add a little bit more in here on this. All right, we'll see what we get here. I've pointed it in a little bit different direction, which is a little bit different North Star. All right, thank you for the clarification. This helps us focus our conversation much more effectively. Could you tell me about the pivotal project or moment early in your UX career that helped define your approach to user experience research and design? I'm particularly interested in how that experience influenced your methodology going forward. Let's see what we get here. All right, now, again, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to keep on moving. All right, so I'm going to copy and paste in the next one. All right, see. Let that one fly. Now you're seeing now you're seeing where Claude works a little bit differently than ChatGPT. Some of the later versions of ChatGPT are going towards this model, but this is where Claude started off a lot earlier. And I'm actually going to spread this out just a little bit because as tight as I am, you can't really see all of it. So there's the rest of it. This is where it starts giving you answers. Before we were just asking questions, and it was doing everything based on how you were answering the questions. But now we've put in a different sort of prompt, and it's moving forward with that. So now we're talking about, let's see, professional expertise, user experience, core competency, comprehensive UX research, design, and strategy. Years of experience, 25. Unique insights, approaches developed. Potential content angles. Evolution of UX design, 25 years of lessons learned. That's really cool. And in fact, I'm probably going to do that. All right. Designing for educational environments, a stakeholder-centric approach, and then user research and government context, knowledge management systems. Unique insights, approaches developed. User-centric system design. Rapid solution delivery. It's another really good one, too. Bridging UX and knowledge management, a holistic approach. So on and so forth. I don't know that I want to go backwards towards what I did in knowledge management, but I might. And now, because I didn't really consider that before, this has given me ways to now consider it. It's given me things I didn't think about before, right? All right, so let's keep on moving. We got to that point. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to keep all this in the same chat. Now, you can change chats for each of these exercises if you want to. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. Let's just go on to a different chat here, which means that I'm going to come back. I'm going to circle up here. Just hover over this, and it opens up your context menu. I'm going to say start a new chat. There we go. Very cool. So now then we're going to go into exercise 2, as you can see over here on the right, and you can see that I have some things to fill in here. Anytime you're bracketed, you've got to add whatever it is that you want into that. All right. So let's copy this whole thing out here. All right. Let's paste this in. But now we need to switch things. Need to switch it up. All right, so we're going to do that. Based on my expertise in, let's say, generative AI content creation. Let's just say that. Generate 10 potential blog post titles with target audience that would resonate with, I'm going to say, baby boomers, because that is my target audience right now. I'm a baby boomer myself, as you can maybe tell from the gray beard. I've been around for a while. And these are the people that I want to help the most. Now, what's it say? For each suggestion, explain why it might be particularly valuable given my unique background in, let's go back to user experience. Strategy. Let's see what we get. A lot of different ideas coming up here. The new coffee club for lead magnet ideas, right? So now it's really even giving you the marketing content, ways to market what this is. Let's go back and take a look at all this really quickly. Why your grandchildren are talking about AI and how to join the conversation. That's a really cool one. You know, a lot of this stuff in here, because I'm just doing this on the fly with you right now, I'm going to use, because these are some phenomenal suggestions and ideas here. The new coffee club, how boomers are using AI to build stronger communities, which is what I'm trying to do right now. From typewriter to AI assistant. Awesome. And now we've got lead magnet ideas. Boomer's AI safety checklist, the digital legacy planner, all right? All awesome stuff. For book ideas, which I write. The Boomer's Bridge to AI, connecting generations through technology. I really like a lot of this stuff, all right? Let's see what the second, to refine your ideas further. Okay, let's get this one. And let's reply to Claude here. Okay, from the content ideas you suggested, I'm most interested in now, what's really cool about this is that I'm going to pick one of those to start with. All right, so I'm going to say the Boomer's Bridge to AI. The Boomer's Bridge to AI. Please help me expand this concept by breaking it down into major, suggesting unique angles based on my experience, identifying potential knowledge gaps I might need to research, and recommending ways to make it stand out in the market. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, unique angles, knowledge gaps to research, awesome, and then making it stand out. Practical framework development, very cool. Visual learning integration. All right, let's go back and take a look at some of this. Foundations of the AI revolution, building personal AI relationships, preserving legacy through technology. So I think you're starting to see at however many minutes are we in right now that this makes a lot of sense and it can really help you out through this. I think what I'm going to do at this point in time is I'm just going to let it rest here with these two exercises. We've been in for just a little bit. I don't want to draw this out too much. Maybe what I'll do is a part 2 where we'll come back into exercise 3, audience analysis. But once again, if you'd like to reach out to me, I will put notes in where you can actually come and join the ARC community, the Alchemy Revolution Collective community. You can reach out to me. You can get this. You could also get in touch with me on LinkedIn. Just take a look for me, Jeff Hendrickson. You'll recognize the picture once you get it. And let's talk. Let's converse. Ask questions. Would love for you to join the community because that's where a lot of things are starting to happen. We do webinars once a month, and I do live workshops like this at least once a month as well. I'm starting to gear up towards doing these twice a month. All right, so I'm going to sign out for right now. Thank you very much for watching this. If you want this document, let me know, and I will get it to you. Thanks, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.